Nicolas Jackson's future has been a topic of discussion amongst the squad at Chelsea as he is looking increasingly uncertain to stay. The Senegalese international had established himself as the clear number one striker at Stamford Bridge under Enzo Maresca prior to the recent arrivals of Liam Delap and João Pedro, with Christopher Nkunku struggling for form. But both the former Ipswich and Brighton forwards have made their respective marks on the run to the Club World Cup final against PSG on 13th of July, while Jackson has arguably done his own case more harm along the way, following up a damaging red card and suspension against Newcastle late in the Premier League season with another against Flamengo. And with the Todd, Boehly and Clearlake capital regime ever ready to deal in the transfer market, speculation is growing that he could soon follow Noni Madueke to the exit. English winger Madueke is moving to Arsenal and has left the Blues camp in the US to have a medical ahead of a move for an initial £48.5 million, The Athletic, despite being a regular feature throughout the campaign. Chelsea's additions of Jamie Giddens from Borussia Dortmund and Estevão Willian from Palmeiras have helped make his exit possible, and now with Delap and Pedro available, offers for Jackson could also be accepted. According to Matt Law in The Telegraph, such a possibility has been discussed by other Chelsea players after it became apparent that the 24-year-old was being sidelined in pre-match training drills during his suspensions. After scoring 13 goals in all competitions, it is the two untimely red cards that has reportedly pushed Jackson down the pecking order, and having been excluded from preparations before matches, it has encouraged talk amongst this squad that he could soon be on the way out. The Europa Conference League winners have not transfer listed the striker or offered him to other clubs, but, much like Madueke, he is not considered untouchable, and should interest from England and Europe develop into suitable offers, they would be considered. Chelsea's incessant spending has seen them exploit loopholes in Premier League rules to avoid profit and sustainability sanctions, via the sale of the all-conquering women's team and 2 hotels at Stamford Bridge to their own parent company. UEFA doesn't allow for the same accounting gymnastics, and a return to European competition this term in winning the Conference League, and qualification for next season's Champions League, has ultimately seen Chelsea handed heavy fines, and a requirement to offset the cost of new additions if they are to register further players for their European squad. That makes all but the likes of Cole Palmer and Moises Caicedo potential bargaining chips, and while Jackson has impressed at times while scoring 30 times in 81 appearances for the club, he has yet to prove especially reliable. That might be expected when Chelsea's model sees them buy exclusively young, developing players, and giving them appropriate time to reach their best seems the logical next step. But time waits for no man at Stamford Bridge, and with more signings coming in every window, the pressure is on to perform regularly or face being overtaken, seemingly for everyone other than Robert Sanchez. Former Villarreal forward Jackson would be a valuable option as one of a group, but, while a reported £100 million price tag seems like wishful thinking, Daily Mail, the chance to make a profit on the £32 million paid 2 summers ago, BBC Sport, might now be more valuable.